podcast. I am one of your hostesses, Gayle Nicholson, also host of The Spotlight and Miracle Making Queen. To my side, I have Krista Ducharme, intuitive healer, teacher, and life coach with Dimensional Healing with Krista on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And with us down here, we've got Joanne Angel Barry Colon, certified personal trainer, intuitive healer, and cosmic energy reader with Wholistic Fitness out in New York. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. How are you doing? I'm so freaking excited this week. It's disgusting. Joanne, how's the weather in New York? We're actually in the same time zone today.
Are we really? I had a feeling we were. The weather in New York is actually better than it's been. There's no snow. We had a little bit of rain, but the sun seems to be beaming in, and I think I figured out my curtains here so there won't be a white line going down the face. So I think we're good.
Yeah, you look great. You don't look like you've got,
Yeah, there's no white line because, I think the way the sun is sitting, for one, I didn't lean my, what's holding my phone up. I didn't lean it all the way in so the sun can't sort of shine in. So, yes, but I feel great, and weather is good. Weather's going to be good for the next couple of days.
Awesome.
So I'm always happy when there's no white stuff out there.
I'm actually kind of disappointed. It came all the way to Michigan and it's melting. It was supposed to snow 3 of the days I'm up here. We still have a chance for a couple, but yeah. So what else is going on this week except for that? Are you doing everything else going well? How'd your launches go?
Yeah. Everything is going really great. I got a lot. I have oh my God, I have so much writing going on right now. It's amazing. It's fun. It's interesting. And it's the very first time, I think, since I've been in school, I will say college for that matter, that I'm actually working on more than one submission at a time, which I've always thought someone that can do that. It took a lot of creative work to be able to go from one topic to the other. But I just brought myself back to when I was in school when we didn't have a choice. You know, when you had homework assignments that had to be in the next day and you had to go and read a chapter and then write an essay and then go to the next class and read a chapter and write an essay. And, you know, back then we were doing it. So why can't I do it now?
Exactly. So, keep your brain flexible. Awesome.
Yes. In fact, very quickly, and then we'll go to Krista. Sometime last night or this morning, I had a dream. I'm still trying to really figure it out because George Washington was in my dream.
Really?
So, yes. So I'm not quite sure why he visited me in my dream, but I'm guessing it has something to do with discovering something because he discovered something.
George Washington discovered? Washington? Okay. What did?
Okay. Yeah, no, I have to go and research it. Yeah, I have to go and research something that he's discovered. That's why he showed up in my dream.
Okay. So, Fair enough.
I'll figure it out. Get back to the two of you.
Excellent.
Good. Yeah, because I'd be interested to find out because that's not what comes to mind when you think George Washington. Right?
Yeah. No, not at all. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, wait a minute. In my head, I'm literally going, okay. No, that was Benjamin.
No.
That's where I went to. Yeah.
The two things that the one thing that I heard after seeing his actual face, you know, as my eyes were like, what? Why is George Washington in my dream? Mm-hmm. And the second thing was I heard the word discover. So I'm like, okay, does it have anything to do with, it may not, it may be totally two different things, but that's just where I'm going with it for right now. Got to research a little bit to find out what it actually means. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's just a representation of something. And ironically enough, it could be in reference to the George Washington Bridge, for all I know.
Right. Right. Well, the first word that comes to mind for me when I hear George Washington is leadership, right? Mm-hmm. So maybe that has something to do with it. Discover the leader in you as your next class or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
There you go.
You can send the checks to.
And the royalty checks go.
Yes, exactly. If that's what it is, Gail, and I end up creating another course based on that particular information, I will definitely keep you in mind.
Thank you. For a student to royalties.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
There you
Awesome.
go.
Definitely.
So how are you doing, Krista, all over there in the Great White North? Well, that's
Well,
Canada,
it's
isn't
not. Yeah, that's Canada, and it's not very white here anymore.
it?
Actually, it was 20. It was 20 degrees Celsius here today, which translated is like 60 something.
Okay.
And actually, it might have been almost like 68. And I meant to look it up, but it was really nice. So it was a very nice day. All the white stuff is now gone. We had a fabulous weekend. We were able to sit outside with our fire pit, or well, I say our fire pit, it's a piggy. It's an Oz pig. So for all my Australians that are watching, you know, Aussie, 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 and I'm listening. All right. They get their response back.
Ollie, Ollie, Oxenfree is the only thing I know there.
So Australia, it's Aussie, 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 and then
Is it
they
like
go oi, oi, oi.
That's what it is. Okay.
Oi,
Yeah.
oi, oi. And so, yeah, but yeah, we had our Oz pig out, and because it was so nice, we have this really large courtyard. It's like the size of a football field, right? And so all of the families, we can sit outside, COVID safe and within parameters, and we can sit and socialize. So this past weekend we did all of that, very COVID safe, and we enjoyed, you know, our little the Oz pig came out, which is the fire, and then one of our other neighbors has those heat lamps, and brought those out, and we just sat outside for a little while and actually had a conversation with somebody other than our, you know, family members, which was, I can say that it was kind of exhausting, not because it was, you had to think about it or anything, but, you know, just being around the energy of others, you don't realize how much that takes out of you until you're out of it, and then you're put back into it. And it was kind of interesting, and they're very positive people. So I was like, okay, well,
Nice.
but yeah, but it's been pretty good. I started my 7 energies of you beta class this week, and we started yesterday. And just as an FYI, if there's anybody still who wants to join, I have space. And yes, what I was thinking was going to be 7 to 8 week has now quickly, I'm like, okay, that was very ambitious, Krista.
I know what you mean.
I think it's going to be 9 weeks now, because, and it's just the breakdown of it. When you start developing a beta, which is why beta classes are so cool,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Is that you're in the middle and you're developing it and you're creating it and you're just starting to get feedback. And I mean, I'm only 2 days into this and I'm starting to get feedback from people, and I'm going, oh, that's a very good point. So it's a really cool thing. You know, I'm very excited.
Very cool. I apologize. Being kind of on vacation-ish, I was not there yesterday, so I do apologize. You know, I'll show up.
I totally get, and you can. The first video I did, my very first, I actually recorded the Zoom call. I was so ready. I almost had to call you, Gayle, how do I record?
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. But you did it. That's good.
I figured it out. Yeah. No. So, you know, it's really, it's one of those funny things when you're in that position, and you just go, okay. And, oh wait, that's what you do.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they've got more options. It's like, oh, now what do I do?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah. Well, how are you doing?
Oh,
Tell everybody. We know what you're doing.
Yes, so excited.
Well, you know, this has been very, very nice. I am actually in Michigan this week, amongst the snow and sunshine. It's gorgeous outside right now, probably around 37 or so. Just enough that, you know, the snow is becoming moist. Moist is such a nasty word. But kind came up for the weekend because it's my daughter's birthday, but coming up this Thursday, my son-in-law is also retiring from the military. So coming up, I had to do the schedule so that I could hit both events, you know? And then guess what? My daughter's father surprised her for her birthday too by coming to visit. So I haven't seen this guy in like 30 some years. And we were kind of thrown in the same house for the weekend, and it was actually very nice. It was cool. We were talking about old times. It was fun. Laughed a lot. He's gone now, and now I'm just kind of depressing. I'm putting all the boxes in their spots. You know, hauling out all the memories you put away for a long, long time, and now you go, okay, what's keepable, what's throwable, and just reprocessing stuff. So it's been actually really, really good. And I'm excited about what we're doing on Thursday for my son-in-law. So that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, that's essentially where we're at. So I want to say hello to the people who have joined us. We got a couple of watchers on Facebook. We got a couple of watchers in the group 3 Crones. So thanks all for being here. I want to give you a heads up, please, to go and visit our sponsor, Sue at Class Act Imports. She has been showing some amazing earrings, jewelry, all kinds of different stones these past weeks since Valentine's Day, and I have fallen in love with like 3 or 4 different drop earrings that she's got. And I'm just like, yes, I need those. So you need them too. Go over to Class Act Imports group and go see what she's been posting there and maybe put in an order. We got some magic coming up. Yeah. You were going to add to that, Krista?
I was going to say, and be quick. Because if you like them, you better make the decision. Mm-hmm. This is not the type of stuff that you sit on, because the stones that she shows are this, it's not like, oh, I have 5 of them that look all like that. It just doesn't work that way.
No, not with real
crystals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
not with the crystals.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
Yeah, the Baltic Amber is a little different, and she hasn't been showing nearly, she's been showing the other things, but yeah, she has quite a variety, and I know she has more stuff coming in. I just don't know when.
Well, isn't she going shopping again soon?
She went shopping last week.
Passed. Okay.
And that trip, but then she found another vendor, because that's one of the things she enjoys doing, is finding new and fun vendors. And so she found a new vendor who she had to order from. So she's waiting. I mean, I'm waiting because I can't wait to see it, of course.
Yeah.
Just like everybody else. But yeah, it is. It's really exciting, and it's a lot of fun, especially with the type of business that she has, which a lot of people don't know, is that hers is, she goes typically to military installations, to their exchanges, and sets up there, or else she goes to festivals and fairs. And so guess what's happened? That's all been canceled.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So this is really helping a lot, kind of pivot a little bit, huh?
It does. It helps. It definitely has been helping to pivot. So yeah, she's happy to have the connections and be peddling her wares, as she likes to say.
Love it. Absolutely love it. All right. Well, we want to remind everybody to like, comment, and share today's broadcast to be entered into our weekly giveaway. This week's prize will be given by Joanne Angel Barry Colon. And later on in the show, we're actually going to pick a winner live this time of the people who are in this broadcast for last week's what we offered, because we're not able really to see all of the people that are sharing, and it just feels, like unfair that they're going through the effort of sharing and they don't get to be put in it because maybe they forgot to put the word share, or I didn't catch it myself when I'm looking through it. So maybe this will help a little bit. So you have the opportunity right now, if you are watching, any of the guests that are watching, to share this broadcast right now, okay? And tell your friends, get in here, because we're going to be pulling from the people who are in the audience now for what Joanne is offering. Okay, so we'll tell you now. Go ahead and share it. Bring some people in here, and then after a couple of segments are done and there's been some time passed, we'll actually pick that winner. All right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and one of the things that you guys can do to actually make the comment is actually comment your friends' names in.
Yeah, tag them.
Put their names, tag them.
That takes care of it, doesn't it?
Hashtag that you've shared. So when you share it out, and then go back and say shared in the comments, tag a friend, tag 5 friends, tag 10 friends. We don't care. Bring them all in, tag them all, right? Whoever you think may enjoy a little bit of a break and some comedy, because you never know what's going to come out of our mouths, because we never know.
Which brings us to the conversation we were having before.
It really does. I was just thinking about that very conversation.
Yes.
Yeah. As I made a comment prior to the show starting a little while ago with Krista and Gayle, that I didn't get the memo that they're both wearing some sort of shade of purple, and I then said, actually, I am wearing purple. My underwear are purple. Don't you have some purple on?
That's right. So she has the purple underwear, and then I made the comment, well, guess what? I have on the red underwear today. So, it just brought up a whole underwear conversation, which is not unusual for us.
Apparently, it's really not unusual for the show. So I'm going to let's do some engagement work here. And please, everyone, put the color underwear you're wearing in the comments.
That's and right. Are you wearing underwear?
Yeah.
And post that too if you so dare.
I'll tell you, we do like the daring.
The daring, yes.
Because you got to remember, people, that there are many people out there who are working from home. So they may very well be sitting in their pajamas and not wear underwear under the pajamas. So it wouldn't be so odd for you not to be wearing your underwear.
So it's very true.
Just saying.
So very
no
true.
Judgment. I don't know. Hey, okay, true story. When I'm wearing my fitness gear, I don't wear underwear because it gets in the way.
Yeah.
All right.
There it's like a binding when you're stretching in weird directions, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm just like, no. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome.
See, I confessed live.
There you go. I mean, if we really want to go and confess, 99% of the time when I'm home and my hubby's home, we don't wear clothes.
Well, now now that's interesting.
Yeah. We have a
now that's a topic.
Yeah, we have a policy. It's just him and I. Why bother?
Exactly.
Exactly.
There you have it.
Anybody that's going to come over, they're going to knock first, right? So.
Well, that's
most of them.
There. We've had some interesting moments where, I do have some family members that do have a key, such as my land sister, who is my landlord, and my brother-in-law. And there's been times where, he had showed up unexpectedly and put a little key go in, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh no. And so long story short, we had to be, cover up.
Right? Well, if he goes blind, it serves him right for bypassing privacy landlord laws, or landlord privacy laws.
Exactly. I mean, to his defense, before he walked up the stairs, he did say, Joe, you okay? You available? And I'm like, yeah, now that you're in my apartment.
Yeah. Nice one.
So he did announce before walking up the several stairs that he had to come up to come fully into the apartment.
So do we have people commenting on underwear?
We do. Mostly Tracy. Tracy's like, this group is obsessed about underwear. But you know what? She put her color in there now, didn't she?
Okay. Yeah. So what color is Tracy wearing?
Teal. I love teal. It's a very pretty color. Very pretty color.
Is. It is very nice. Teal underwear. I don't have any teal underwear.
I don't either.
We
I'm
might
very
have to
boring
have
when it comes to underwear. It's like gray, white, black. I'm more concerned about, is it going to show through if I wear white pants than anything else.
Oh, well, if I'm wearing white pants, it's nude always.
Yeah, yeah.
So, because I never know when I'm going to be under a black light.
Good point.
Yeah.
Good
So you
point.
wear nude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the white underwear against your skin, it's different, and it matches up with the pants, not your flesh. So you all you see is underwear when you wear white under white.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And under black lights, they glow. Just FYI.
We know a lot about underwear. Why?
Yeah, for all your underwear tip needs, just tune in to 3 Crones and the Woo. Oh, that's the woo-woo. The underwear.
The woo-woo, the underwear.
The underwear is very important.
All right, let's pull this back in and get a little related to the what is it? It's not an agenda on a show. What is it? It's where you've got
our segments, our timeline.
Yeah, timeline. That's the word I was looking for.
The timeline.
Yes.
Timeline, topics.
Mm-hmm. And let's go to Joanne for the weekly guide to galactic empowerment. What you got for us, Joanne?
Oh, what do I have? I have so much. It's like, where do I even begin? Oh my God, this past week, what are we only on? Tuesday?
Yeah.
I feel like this has been a week already. It's only Tuesday. The days that we have been like following through from all of February, for that matter. When we think of the month of February, it's a 2 month. So it really is all about the contracts, the partnerships, the relationships. And in the last couple of days, we've had lots of 2s in our dates. Mm-hmm. And for today, even though, yes, we have lots of 2s, but when we actually take the 23 and the 2021, we have 5s. And I actually did a really quick blog today about that information and what the number 55 means in the angel number relating to love. And it doesn't surprise me that we're all feeling really high and very energized and excited right about now. Mm-hmm. And the reason being, besides that 55 energy, is because, let's see, today's the 23rd. So as of 2 more days, the 25th, Venus is going to be shifting over to Pisces energy. And when Venus moves into Pisces energy, the energy of love gets amplified, because it's not about being in the head so much when it was in Aquarius. Mm-hmm. And it's now really moving into the intuitive, into the dreamy. And I mean, how many of us sit back and dream about that fantasy relationship we want to be in, that love? Like Cinderella. Was it Cinderella who lost her shoe and the prince came and brought it? Yeah.
Yep, that's
exactly.
the one.
Exactly. So when you think about the whole fairy tale perspective about Venus being in Pisces energy, it's the dream. We get to dream. And it brings a lot of fun and energy for ourselves, for one, because again, when we think about Venus is about love, money, and relationships. And the biggest relationship we have is with ourselves. And when we can actually start to look at ourselves differently and love who we are, that really does translate out to all the other relationships that we're surrounded by. So we have that combination of the 55 energy, which is that master number about how we're feeling love for ourselves. That's going to translate out to our partnerships professionally and also personally. And then on top of that, which again, Venus is not quite in Pisces yet, but 2 more days, we can almost say it's there, but whatever. Today, the moon itself is sitting in Cancer energy, which is all about the family.
Yeah.
Cancer is 4th house, and it's family. It's in reference to the connections that we have with our family members, which again, doesn't strike me at all to be weird that Gayle is traveling. And she's traveling to family, and she's having a great time with her family, because again, the moon in Cancer is the emotions, and it's also its ruler. Cancer is ruled by the moon. So our moon energy is about our emotions, and combined with the almost Venus in Pisces, where you have these two water signs. So again, a lot of emotions connected around all of this, which makes it really, really joyful and exciting, so to speak. And then let's tip this off a little bit. By the end of this week, on the 27th, 28th, we have our full moon that will be in Virgo energy. So again, for those of you who are not aware about the new moon and full moon energy, full moon is where we're going to release things. So it gives us the opportunity to really check around your house, because Virgo energy is about organization, and check around your house to see what needs to be released. And when I speak about your house, it's not just your material house that you actually like, the shelter. It's actually like within yourself. What emotions need to be released? What mental activity needs to be released? What is outdated at this point? What old way of thinking no longer serves you? What old way of communicating no longer serves you? And talk about communication, I'm sure we all are aware that Mercury has gone direct.
Yes. So
we are in a positive flow of energy flowing, communication flowing, scheduling, planning, traveling. So all of that is all good and ready to go forward, where we can actually have communication without getting all choked up and twisted and whatever not. So you take all this energy and bring it all together. It does make a really, really powerful remaining portion of February. And again, February is the month of our partnerships, our relationships, whether it's professional or personal, does not matter. It falls under that category. And we have, today's 23rd, we have 5 more days of February. So make the most out of the energy that's coming in for the remaining 5 days, because March is going to be a whole lot of fun as well. And I just can't wait to talk about what's coming up for March.
Give us a little hint. Does March come in like a lion and go out like a lamb, or come in like a lamb and go out like a lion?
March is going to be exactly what it says. March. It's time to march.
Yes.
It's time to go. It's time to move. Anyone that has been in, like Krista was saying before, regarding being in people's energies. I mean, we all realize that for the last year, we've literally been isolated, where we're not around as many people as we used to be. So now here we are, we're literally going to be told it's time to march forward, move into things, which means move into people's energies again, slowly, safely. But that's where we're going to be going. So March is an action month. March is not about let's be still, let's sit back and close our eyes. No, March is going to be about creating, communicating, networking. Did I say communicating?
Yep. Movement. Yes, I love this. Awesome.
It's all about it's about what it is you're going to create, and how you're going to communicate about what it is you're creating. Lots of creativity for everybody. And again, specifically for those people with the personal energy of 3, like me, powerful creating time in the 3 months, and for everybody as well. So I would say that it's going to be a lot of fun going forward. Not that it wasn't fun in the past 2 months, but it's going to be a lot more fun as we move into March.
I can't wait to feel other people's energy again. I'll be honest. Flying up here, I didn't know what to expect, but I certainly did not expect the inside of the airport to look like it was going to be a horror movie at some point in the next 3 seconds. If I walked by and a person had the wrong ringer on their phone, I would have really been scared, because it was empty, empty, and there wasn't anything open. Like the entire terminal that, I was waiting in to take off had one little newsstand open, where if they didn't have it, you were SOL, right? So I can't wait to get near people again. Like you said, safely, all of that. But I mean, even being within 6 feet of somebody, you can feel their vibe, That's what I miss. That's what I miss.
Yeah, which is a really gateway to our crystals, in reference to wearing crystals, because as we do get more connected with people again, we are going to need special crystals to keep our energy sort of in alignment, and not that we're going to be picking up. Also, there's going to be a lot more people out there, especially our children for that matter, that are going to be very sensitive, intuitive, empathic, and psychic. So there's going to be a lot more of this energy flowing, which makes me really excited to know that there's going to be so many more of us out there. Yes, exciting.
Yeah. Phenomenal.
And hopefully, and here's the part that will be good, is that hopefully they won't want to turn off that intuitiveness, because that's one of the things that happens with people, is when it kind of is thrust upon them, even though it really isn't, but that's the way they're perceiving it. Yeah. They can be like, what is this?
Exactly. That's why this show is so important, because I truly believe, between our show here and my show on Sundays, I truly believe that this is helping. This can definitely help anybody who is feeling that sensitivity and not really sure what to do with it. Yeah. Because I know, for the three of us, we didn't really have this type of information when we were activating ours, or we woke up one day and like, what the hell? Why can't I? Who's this? What's that shadow? We didn't have this. Yeah. Where the younger generation, or for that matter, even the folks our age who might be waking up finally, and I don't mean to say it that way, they have this opportunity to understand what they're experiencing and not to shut it off. Yeah. And to be very well wanting to use it, because it is a gift. It's not a curse, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is when you start playing with it. I want to give a quick check into our peeps, because we actually have 2 comment sections going right now. I was checking around because we've shared this out. There's like people commenting on the shares. Good. Yes. So I wanted to say hi to our sponsor that's on one of them, saying hi, ladies, Sue Ward Paquin. And I'm not quite sure why you missed me, but she sends a message saying that we missed you, Gayle Nicholson. I don't know. But she's wearing red underwear again today.
Oh, good.
And we have vote number 2 for teal with Miss Amy Milstead. Now, you guys probably don't know who Amy Milstead is. Okay, but she is the woman who paired up with my daughter to start a new true crime podcast. And Indelicates podcast. Yes. And as their tagline goes, they are indelicate women, right? They are indelicate women. So I love it, and I've listened to
because we're very delicate.
Oh yeah, feminine, pink, yeah, exactly. And, just politically correct in how we speak, and, my tongue needs stitches with as many times as I bit it, Anyway, so welcome, Amy. I've not watched, but they've got like a legitimate podcast. It's only listening. And I've listened to a couple of episodes, and it's really good. I mean, true crime podcasts go, it's really good. And Amy actually even did the intro music herself. She's very talented. So thanks for bringing yourself and your teal underwear with you today. So glad you could join us. All right, Miss Krista, you are up, beautiful. Your crystal of the week. Watermelon.
Yay! Well, it is watermelon tourmaline.
Yay! I love that stuff.
I do too. So I do have a piece, and I'm sorry I didn't post anything over the weekend or yesterday. I just got I've been losing track of time. I don't know where my time is going, because I've just been, trying to do a lot of different things. But however, I do actually own a piece. It is on me right now. It is really little. And it actually does not look as beautiful as this does. I aspire to one day have a piece that looks this gorgeous, right? Right. So watermelon tourmaline It is. It is. It is not. It is not a common tourmaline, and it is not an inexpensive one either. And it is how it is developed is really beautiful. So it usually, you can tell it is green. It's green with the pink interior, and I find this to be an incredible healing stone. I think it's very interesting. In one of the clearings that I do, I visualize crystalline water pouring over me in order to clear energy. Mm-hmm. And watermelon tourmaline mixed with amethyst happens to be one of the last waters that goes over me, right, to clear out my energy. And so whenever I work and whenever I think about watermelon tourmaline, what I'm thinking about is its ability to help you reorganize, right? Reorganize your energy. And it's very interesting because I didn't do a ton of research because I've been working on my 7 energies of you. Mm-hmm. So I am taking the research that came in the book to the deck that I helped me draw all these crystals, right? I'm like going, sorry. I'm like, did I borrow your tongue, Gayle? Is this what it is?
Mine's been doing fine. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
it's time zones. You're not out of Mercury retrograde yet?
I would have been out before you guys.
Yeah, see? That's a good point.
So no, it's okay. It's okay. So I was listening. So part of what happened is I've gotten all caught up in everything that Joanne was saying about the energy, mm-hmm. which then got me, thinking about the watermelon tourmaline and the other crystals. And I'm going to be listing this week just all the crystals we've had since January to give you guys a refresher, because I really got a sense. I was in my think box, the shower, on Saturday. I think it was Saturday morning, and it came to me that I need to do this. We need to revisit, because the energy, as Joanne said, has been shifting and changing so much that you'll see the significance and the pattern of what has been appearing. Well, watermelon tourmaline, to go back to this, is just as perfect for what Joanne was saying about the upcoming full moon and about, aligning your house and letting go and releasing, right? But here's one of the things that the spirit of this stone is trying to remind us is, as we're realigning our energy and as we're reconnecting, as we're going into that communication of reconnection, is that we need to make sure that we bring it from a place of joy, that we don't let our ego get in the way, because that's going to almost sever our connections with what really is important. And the fact that we haven't been in physical communication, even at 6 feet socially distanced, mm-hmm. with many people for such a long period of time, those are going to be things that we definitely want to check in with ourselves. And this whole watermelon tourmaline is reminding us that our connection with ourself, our connection with spirit, and our connection with others is, it forms this triangle or triad, as you would say. And it's really, what secures our own energy of us. Mm-hmm. So it's a really, I think, poignant crystal for this particular week. I did say that it's not an inexpensive one. Tourmaline, usually, especially the black, you can get it at really reasonable prices. But the colored ones, I do have a pair of earrings. these are colored tourmaline. This is pink and green tourmaline earrings. So this is what makes watermelon, but they aren't watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon. It's a particular structure, right? It's
is.
gotta have the pink on the inside
Between
inside of the green. Yeah.
Yes.
And usually the shape is kind of like a soft triangle, like a
Triangle.
trillium.
Yep, like a trillion. Yep. And so that's what, for me, that's just kind of, it isn't kind of, it is the energy. And that's just really what I'm seeing. But it is expensive. However, if you can ever get your hands on a piece that really speaks to you, or maybe you're like, oh my gosh, watermelon tourmaline, I need to go look it up. And just know that, so like this little itty bitty piece I have right here, which is smaller than a dime, to give you guys, and it's probably about as thin as a penny. It is, a $55 piece of, so that's
gem quality tourmaline. That's
it
it's
actually
different.
It really isn't. This
really?
one isn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because usually, by the time
when
they
it's
would put
gem
it in
quality,
something.
Yeah, I know. I kind of that's a conversation for another day. But the energy of it. So I put this on this morning. I put this watermelon tourmaline on this morning. And I have to tell you, I felt it very much in my heart and in my throat. I mean, this whole area, my shoulders, front, back, it just radiated.
Nice.
It was amazing. And I could feel it like melting stuff away. It was amazing. But let me share this because I thought this was really interesting. So the essential meaning that is written here is seeing perfection in the moment, basking in the bliss of just being, natural joy, and a peaceful heart. So when you're thinking of everything that's going on, because both Joanne and I have been in this mindset that about March, April timeframe, things were just going to become this progression, like a freight train has just picked up its speed. That's all and that's just the image I keep seeing is this freight train picking up speed. And you're gonna not be able to get out of its way. So, but you have control over just being present and enjoying that freight train, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know sometimes you're like, how can you just sit still and be if you're on a freight train? But you are enjoying the ride.
Yes, no resistance.
Yes.
That's it.
No resistance. Letting whatever it is supposed to be without worrying about it is really the key to it. And that's where I think that whole, what your vision is about being on the freight train and enjoying the ride.
Yeah.
When we're not resisting something, we can enjoy it.
That is true.
That is the truth.
It is. It is really the truth. So yeah. But that's for my crystal of the week. And I know we have to jump to Joanne because she's on a time schedule. She has a grandson to go play with.
Ooh, really?
I mean, not Joanne. Gayle.
Oh. I'm like, Joanne, when did this happen? I didn't know anything about it.
The only grandmother on this show is you.
Yes, it's really funny that Krista.
That's why I'm the lead crone.
Yeah, and we'll share about that on a different note. But go ahead, Gayle.
Okay.
Let's talk about your word.
We will get there. Don't worry. But I do want to check in with our audience again because Sue just came into the conversation because she knows this stuff. And gem quality watermelon tourmaline is 500 to 600. I'm going to assume euros in the European market, she says.
Oh, in the European market.
In the European market. So I'm going to clarify, if you would, for us, Sue, whether that's dollars or euros. I'm if you're buying it in Europe, I'm thinking it's euros. I don't know. But she could have converted for us already. So, at any rate, I know that she could probably, if she doesn't have it in there, she can definitely get it for you. So reach out to Sue at Class Act Imports directly, and so maybe find some of those like little earrings, like Krista just showed with the pink tourmaline and the green tourmaline, right? Yeah. That's a suitable.
It would be a suitable substitute. Yeah.
Right?
I mean, the energy of it is really awesome and fun. But I will tell you this, this pair of earrings I have on was they were $90.
I was gonna say, does someone else know this? we might have some leverage, Joanne. All right, so let's now get into what my little segment is today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about living from your heart space for love and profit. Okay, so and this again, we always kind of lead off of the crystal of the week so that it all kind of ties together really well. And I've got to confess, I have wanted a piece of watermelon tourmaline, like a little pendant with the trillium slice for at least 30 years. And I've never indulged and allowed myself that, mainly because the good stuff is $500 to $600 a carat, and I'm wow. But one of the reasons why I have always loved that stone is because that it's the pink of rose quartz surrounded by that gorgeous, gorgeous green. And it's got both of the hues of love combined by nature, by, the creator source to be, from the beginning of all, made this in such a way that the two colors that we most ascribe to loving ourselves and others are literally bonded together. And you've heard Krista talk about the immediate feeling that she got in her body in that region of your heart, your throat, communicating good love, positive love of yourself and others through communication, through being Care Bear. From your heart, being a Care Bear, I'm just speaking metaphors. You just get it. But
that's why we get on so well,
right? But this really came to my awareness this week because this past week, last Thursday, since our last show, I was talking with Ann Malsinge on the Spotlight. We were talking about the stock market and what has happened with Reddit and Wall Street bets and all that stuff. And it just, for me, it's the antithesis of life to have something like a hedge fund that is literally making money off of a business going out of business. It just feels horrible to me, And, when you think it through, I'm not going to debate one side or the other, but there's also something to be said for just being objective about the life cycle and what's there, right? What's reality in this moment? Businesses rise, businesses fall. At what point do you go, okay, I can make them, I can make this work or not. So the whole point is the people that are in our sphere, if you will, right? The type of work that Krista does, the type of work that Joanne does, the type of work that I do, the type of work that a lot of the people that are watching us here today do, can only be done from Heartspace. This is not an industry where you can bet on someone else's failure to gain, right? So just keep that in mind, so that when you're considering what it is, the choices that you're going to make in the future on what it is that you may want to do or what it is that you may not want to do, just take that into account. if you're going to get into some sort of work like what we do, and I'm not talking about the podcast, I'm talking about the energy work, I'm talking about the spiritual work, I'm talking about the cleansing energy fields and doing that kind of stuff, know that the law of three is fucking real. Okay? Yeah. Whatever you put out there will come back to you threefold. So if you're betting on their failure for your success, what's that going to provide for you? Don't do it. Don't do it. It's a trap. Don't do it. Okay? The best thing that you can do when you're in this kind of line of work, this heart space work, right, is be in your heart space. Send out your Care Bear love and rainbows to everyone. Another woman doing exactly what you do is not your competition. She is your extension. She is your outreach. She is your partner. Right? I don't know who needs to hear this because I didn't plan on coming here to give a lecture today. But just, yeah, don't get mad. Just listen.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Let's bring it back in here for a second. You cannot profit by cheating another. You can't. There will come a time for the balance sheet to be addressed. So the best thing for you and I and those like us to do is to stay in that mode where you are expanding and sharing and sending your love to everyone so that everything that comes back to you is based in that. And that's all I really have to say about that today.
Well, that was powerful. Thank you.
That was very powerful.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
We all need that reminder to stay in our heart space. Yeah. It's never. I think that it's easy to forget because it's easy to get on a bandwagon that isn't your band.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, sometimes when you're following that crowd goes someplace where it's like, wait a minute, I need to go that way.
You know, maybe we can create a shirt out of that. Before you jump on the bandwagon, make sure it's your band.
That's it. I like that.
Awesome. All right, my dears. Now we get to the
fun part.
The fun part. All right. So, okay, and Sue did say that was in dollars U.S. So you were right, Krista. It's $500 to $600 U.S. for gem quality watermelon tourmaline. And I have seen some of so pretty pendants that yes.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see here. We have. Oh, I wish I could actually show you or show myself who is in the room right now. So, Joanne, while I'm looking at this, would you please tell us about what our winner will be winning?
Sure. They are going to be winning, I believe it's either a 20 or 30-minute light resistance yoga video. It's one video. And it's light resistance. And what that actually means is that you'll be using lightweight between 1 to no more than 3 pounds. And you don't have to use any weight at all if you don't have any. But it's a combination of easy to follow yoga poses with light resistance exercise. It's something that I do every Sunday morning with my group. And I've decided to compose a few of my classes onto video and offer it to those who are interested in purchasing. So someone's going to be winning one class of it today.
Fantastic. All right, Miss Krista, it is up to you. Drum roll. You will pick a number between 1 and 2.
Oh, wow. That's
an interesting number. 1 and 2, yes. And as she's picking and thinking, just want to make a note on the one who does win. You will be receiving this class virtually, so you don't have to actually participate in the class with us. Just an FYI.
Okay, I'm going to go with the number 2 because it's a 2-month.
Oh, I love that idea. That works really
Perfect.
well. Well, congratulations, Amy Milstead, the second one to join us and do all of the like, comment, and share activities to be part of this drawing. So thank you so much for joining us, Amy. Please reach out to Joanne with your contact information. I assume probably email address so that she can send you the deets for this program. Maybe
it
snail
could be
mail.
email or even messenger because I'm going to be sending it to her via Dropbox.
Fantastic.
Fabulous.
Fantastic. So thank you so much for joining us today, Amy. That got really lucky for you real quick, huh? That's awesome. Alrighty, well, let's go through a little bit more housekeeping. We got to get out of here in like 3 minutes or less. So let me again, invite you to visit all of our sponsors. We have Dimensional Healing with Krista Ducharme. We have Creative Command Coaching and Consulting with Gayle Nicholson. We have Wholistic Fitness New York with Joanne Angel Barry Colon. Of course, we also have GayleNicholson.com and Sue at Class Act Imports. Please do go and check out what she's got. You can watch us everywhere on YouTube, on Facebook, on GayleNicholson.com, and we certainly hope that you do, and tell your friends to come join us too. Alrighty? Get back up here. All right, one final goodbye from all of us 3 Crones. Have a fantastic week, everyone. Watch in the group for what next week's giveaway is going to be, because we, among ourselves, are going to decide whether or not we're going to do this live choosing going forward or not. And we'll get in touch with you real soon. So watch the group for updates. Alrighty? Have a fantastic week, everyone.